Savannah Quinn. I am the 2012 Spooner Rodeo Princess. My parents are Foley and Janine Quinn, and I was currently a sophomore at Spooner High School. What made me want to try out for Spooner Rodeo Queen was my passion for the rodeo and the town of Spooner. I love coming to the rodeo and seeing all the girls and the royalty ride around, and it's just something I've wanted to do for a really long time now. And I also love representing Spooner and the rodeo because it makes me feel like I'm part of something more important to this town than just being a citizen in it.
Okay, I'm Beth Kujawa, and I am the 2012 Spooner Rodeo Queen. My parents are Mike and Dawn Richter and Jim Kujawa, and I recently graduated from Spooner High School. And one of the reasons I've wanted to do this for such a long time is because I've grown up watching this, and I've seen how it's impacted the Spooner community, and I love horses. This is something that piqued my interest for horses and made me want to learn to ride, and it's always been such a huge part of my life. And to be able to reach out to so many different kinds of people and represent the Spooner Rodeo and the Barnes family and the sport of rodeo itself is something so wonderful. And you can tell all kinds of people, kids, old people, just it's so amazing to see the difference you can make, and I'm so glad I can give that back to the community.
Beth, you were Princess last year. Did you find that experience helped you this year? Coming back, you knew a little bit more what to expect?
Yeah, well, it helped me grow so much as a person because I really learned how to reach out to people and communicate to people about something I really loved. So it's helped me learn how to, kind of portray what you want to say to people and be more outgoing, and it was an amazing experience and I learned so much from it.
I was actually very excited for tryouts. I knew that I could do it as a person and that I had faith in my horse the day of tryouts. So I was pretty confident going into tryouts. I wasn't too nervous. I was a little nervous for the riding part, but then for the interviews, it was really nice to just be able to talk to them and just tell them everything I wanted to tell them about rodeo and why I wanted to be rodeo queen.
There's kind of a link between you. You're in the same 4-H club and on the track team. That had to make it a little bit easier going into this thing, I would think.
Yeah, we've kind of grown up together.
Yeah.
We started taking lessons with the same person when we were little kids, and we've showed every summer together, so I'm really excited.
We just kind of grew together, and we just really had a passion for rodeo, and we're just like, we should do this when we're old enough, and we're like, hopefully we can do it, and we did.
Now we're here.
Yeah, and we're here.
What do your parents think about this? Beth, I know your mom just about had a heart attack.
Yes, she did. She's very, very excited, and I'm excited that I got this because I saw how excited she was, so.
Kind of makes it nice.
Yeah.
It's almost like doing something that she would like.
Yeah, she's really supportive of it, so I know she's so happy.
Okay. So how about you? Did you get a lot of support from your parents?
Yeah, my mom was really excited for me because she knew how much I wanted this and she knew how much it meant to me. So I had a lot of support from my family and all my friends in general about this.
Okay. You mentioned your friends. You both go to Spooner High School. What was the reaction there? Did you have a lot of support from your friends? A lot of people know about it, or?
Well, my friends don't necessarily understand the sport of rodeo. They just know that it's kind of a big deal, so they were really excited about it, and I know they're all going to be here, so it's kind of nice that they get so pumped up about it because then you can explain to them what it's actually about. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And some of my friends have parents that are on the Spooner Rodeo Committee, so they know how much this means to the town of Spooner and to the rodeo, that it's just a great honor and it's a privilege to be able to serve as princess or queen.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to meet any of the past queens from the 50s or 60s or 70s? You're kind of carrying on a historic tradition here. Do you get that feeling at all, or maybe not yet?
Yeah, I feel like we are really carrying on the great tradition of Spooner and the rodeo, because this has been going on for 59 years now, and that it's just such a great tradition, and that we have the chance to be able to do this along with the other people who have done it too.
Yeah, it's amazing to be able to represent this because the Barnes family has been here for 59 years and so much has changed and so much is different, but this has kind of stayed the same, and there's always a queen and princess and we're always sent out to represent this. So even though times are changing, it's still here, and it's amazing to be able to kind of come back and like look at the past and see, wow, you get to represent like all this has become and all it's turned into. It's really, really amazing. It's grown so much and turned into like something so huge and so important to our community, and like to be able to represent it now is even better than it would be way back when, because it's grown so much.
Yeah, the rodeo is now become Spooner's longest and biggest running summer event, so it is just great to be able to be out there and just share that with like everyone that comes to the rodeo. I remember when I was little that I always looked up to the Spooner Rodeo Queen and Princess, that it just means a lot to be able to be a role model for all these younger girls that just really want to do this when they're older.
Yeah, when you talk to kids and you're dressed up in your rodeo gear and you've got your horse, the looks on their faces, it's almost hilarious. It means so much to them when you can have a conversation with them. And like, to them, we're like the most amazing people ever. And to just have
you see them at the parade and they idolize you guys.
They just kind of swarm you, and it's great to be able to reach out to them like that and get them excited about something so important.
Okay. What kind of schedule do you have coming up now? You have a lot of TV and radio.
Yep, and parades and some other rodeos. So
it starts to get busy now.
Yeah, this Friday we have a rodeo, and then Saturday and Sunday we have parades.
Yep.
So it's gonna get
busy.
hard right away. My favorite event is the barrel racing, because it is the only sport in the PRCA rodeo for women. And it's just great to be able to be out there and watch the girls and be able to cheer them on, because they work so hard to come to the rodeo, and they work really hard at what they do, and they really love it.
My favorite is the bareback bronc riding, and that's my favorite because that takes so much skill and precision, and I don't think people realize how much effort that takes to stay on those horses. And by experience, like having been on a bucking horse, it's like it amazes me that they can do that, and there's so much finesse. And there's
we've all felt the ground come up suddenly.
Yes, yep, we both have. So like, I have so much respect for them for doing that as a career, because like that takes a lot of guts.
Okay. Now, Savannah, would you like to try and come back next year again and move up to Queen? Is that something you'd want to do?
Yeah, I figured out day of tryouts. I'm like, I'm coming back next year because I really want to do this next year as Queen. And just being through this little bit of rodeo that we have now, it's so great, and it's so much fun already. We haven't even really done anything yet, but it's just so much fun, and I just want to come back next year and be a role model for the next person who is Princess and who does it with me, and show them how it's done and tell them everything there is to know and everything else that goes along.
And that'll be a big one too, the 60th coming up. Have you had any thoughts of trying to move on to Miss Rodeo Wisconsin? I think you'd have an excellent chance.
Well, I guess I'll have to see, because I've got college coming up and I'm going to have to get a job and work really hard throughout college. But if I can find the time and the money, that would definitely be something I'd love to do, because like to be able to represent to so many people the importance of this sport and the history of this sport is really just a great feeling, and I would love to do that someday.
Okay. Now you're both ambassadors for the rodeo and the community. Somebody is watching this on YouTube tomorrow or whenever. They haven't been to a rodeo yet. What would you tell them about why they should come to the Spooner Rodeo?
The Spooner Rodeo is excitement for the whole entire family. I feel like everyone who comes out experiences something new every single time. It's never the same. You should always come out, even if you've been here before and you're just like, oh, the rodeo is just, we're just going to see it again. No, it's going to be something different and fun every single time. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's also a professional sport, and I don't think people realize that, like professional basketball or football, like this is professional rodeo.
These are the best of the best.
We have world-class athletes coming to this rodeo who've earned millions and millions of dollars, and to be able to go out there and watch them and support them, that is amazing, and I don't think people realize how important it is. And another thing, it's so important to our community, and so many people sponsor it from our community, and it's a huge deal to us, and some people don't realize how important it is. And the Barnes family too, they put so much work and time in that. They have world-class animals that have won national final rodeos that are coming to our rodeo. It's amazing.
Right, well they're seeing the same stock and a lot of the same competitors that they will be watching at the national finals in December.
Yep.
So it's quite a treat.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, thank you girls for your time. Have a wonderful rodeo season.
Thank you.
you.